What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to continue through our journey through Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. In the last episode, we entered Prankster's Paradise as Sora, but in this episode we're going to continue to do so, as well as get Jiminy and Pinocchio. But first off, we're going to be creating another spirit, Magic Lapin. I'm assuming that's actually how that's pronounced. But we need to do all this so that we can increase the level. I'm not going to use too much of that. I'm only going to have it up to like level 20. So this is actually a pretty decently high level Dream Eater. What should I give it? Maybe Balloonra, since I don't plan on using that. I'll just give it Balloonra, why not? But this Dream Eater, as well as one other one, we'll get to that at some point, hopefully. But this is one of two very important Dream Eaters we need to get because they both have abilities that are amazing for Sora and Riku. So, as usual, instead, with the name I have, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it's not going to fit, but we will try and see what happens. So, Wind, yeah, that's not going to fit. This is bad. I don't think I've ever had a time like this. It's one letter, too. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, so to have the whole name fit, I changed the way that light is spelled, so that it's spelled like the DS light or whatever. It's still spelled like a normal light, like a flashlight or something like that. So keep in mind that the spelling is a little bit different. But anyways, we have Winlighthub here. So what Winlighthub has done is that he was actually one of the first people I ever met on YouTube when it came to, well, me doing YouTube and all that. It was from a Gamer's Joint video where I talked about him changing his intro and how people shouldn't be complaining about it too much, and he actually was like the person who commented on the channel and was like, hey, you would seem interesting enough for like a podcast that me and some other people are doing. And I was like, okay, I didn't think I could get this so soon. And I don't even think I had like 100 subs when that happened either. So again, it's very surprising, and that's basically my very first beginning to having so many connections to different people, and I still need to make more connections, to be honest. But at the same time, it is still like the first connection to really any person that I ever made. And we used to hang out a decent amount of the time, but we've grown apart recently, so it's a little bit upsetting. But what he does is that he does a lot of voice acting, not really like official stuff, but more YouTube purposes. But you know, he still does voice acting, and it's really cool because I'm also interested in voice acting as well. Maybe not as like a profession, but it is fun for me to do here and there. So maybe I could actually do a voice acting video again at some point in time. I don't know though. It's been a decent while since I've actually done one, but again, maybe one day, maybe not one day. Also, I will leave Winlighthub's channel in the description below because he also has a YouTube channel and you can check out some of his voice acting work. He actually recently did a video featuring someone else. I don't remember their name, but he did a voice acting video for a scene in Final Fantasy 13. Now, however you may think of the game, that doesn't matter. Go over there and support the man. He is a good man. Also, remember that frog from before? Yeah, he's here. So this is normally where I see him every time I play the game, so maybe the actual appearances of the world is fixed and it's not just completely random. No idea though, and as you can see, he already has some health lowered, but we are also like dramatically stronger than when we first encountered him. I could still die though, so I need to be careful about that. But I'm just going to be ground pounding to help get his servants away from him. And we're just knocking him back a good 5 miles. There we go. We just have him in a corner, dude. He's just locked down. Okay, no. Hit them all. There we go. Cure for safety. Hit him with fire so that he doesn't move. Yeah, we have him like locked down right now. So I guess fire is obviously like the best thing to use. That way he isn't able to do as much. But keep in mind that his servants can still do quite a lot, especially when they're all around him. So we need to make sure we take care of them, and then we'll deal with the, you know, main target. But unfortunately, we more than likely won't actually be able to beat him now. But we will try our hardest to. We will indeed try. I wonder if he can still go away whenever he's on fire. Probably not. He actually doesn't take too long. Well, not take too long. He doesn't spend too long actually being on fire. Oh no, stop comboing me. Stop! Okay, thankfully the king called it off. He called it off. He didn't want me getting finished. I was too good of an opponent apparently. That was very worrying. I was in midair and basically just getting pummeled to oblivion. But again, thankfully, the king decided to have them back down. They let me live. And by the way, we just suddenly get underwater because... yeah, I don't completely understand. Maybe it's just because this is the dream world, not the actual world, and that's why we can breathe underwater, water, because we shouldn't right now. I mean, Rechain of Memories also did the same thing, but it's still weird there even, because Rechain of Memories, that's technically a memory, so I guess you just remember that you're breathing underwater or able to breathe underwater, but again, it's weird. I don't understand why you're able to breathe underwater, but you just are. Just accept it. Also, another thing is that while we're underwater, gravity is ridiculously reduced, and it can honestly be annoying, but I won't let it bother me too much. I'll try my best not to. I don't know if it's really effective for the Dream Eaters, though. I've actually never really taken too much of a notice about that. I know it affects Sora dramatically, but I'm not really sure about the Dream Eaters. They kind of just do whatever they want, especially since one of them can fly, so it kind of defeats the whole purpose of being able to have decreased gravity if you can just fly. Okay, a big wide open area. That means I'm going the right way, because I kind of get a little bit confused in here. A lot of the place looks the same. So we just need to be a little bit careful, but we do still need to take out any Dream Eaters that are here for experience purposes, but I guess they're not here. Maybe they're napping right now, who knows? I didn't mean to make a joke with dreams and napping, whatever. But actually no, technically they would be awake. I'm thinking too much into this. It's a stupid joke and I shouldn't.
12 seconds later.
You know what, I'm already thinking about this joke way too much, so you know what, time for shower thoughts. I never actually thought about this in the shower, but whatever I'm about to say is literally something that you would have in the shower. Basically, it's not even really like controversial, it's sometimes really stupid thoughts. But anyways, basically what I'm thinking about is, if you actually kill a Dream Eater, where does that Dream Eater go? Does that Dream Eater like wake up? Because like that's all I can really assume. Like, do they just wake up from somewhere or something like that, or do they just die in their sleep? I don't really know what exactly a Dream Eater like entails precisely, so, or what it is precisely, so we don't know if it's just something in the dream world, whether it can be brought into the, well actually no, the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer kind of says otherwise. I'm not even, whatever, it's Kingdom Hearts story and it, okay, that was a little weird there, but Kingdom Hearts story and it's a little weird, but it's whatever. I'll leave that joke to die. Good thing I was ready to react there. It wouldn't have been too bad if you actually fell down, but it's whatever. But yeah, these areas are nice and open, which is both good and kind of bad in case you do like fall down there, because I'm wanting to try my best not to fall down there, but it's pretty easy to, especially when enemies go over the pits like that. Of course you went down there. Well, whatever. We have this right there, which brings me all the way back up, but yay, they despawn and respawn down there. Oh goodness. Did they? Okay, they didn't respawn up there. Good. I was about to say. Alright, is this another challenge here? No, it isn't. I don't really care much for any of these things that revolve around getting additional partners, because you don't really need them, because making Dream Eaters isn't really all that difficult. I mean, look what how many I've made so far. I haven't made one for every single episode I've done. I know I haven't made one inside of every single episode, but I'm pretty sure I've made enough to actually suffice for every individual episode. Well, up to this point at least. So, stop running away. Oh, come on. Okay, let's just get these ones, since they are so easy to actually get, unlike the one who just kept running from me. Oh goodness, there's 3 of these guys. No. Let's do that. There we go. Thank you, Kingdom Mace. Kingdom Mace is putting in a lot of work right now in getting rid of these Dream Eaters. That attack is actually really, really useful. Oh yeah, and there's also these things. I haven't really interacted with this, so let's actually do that now. We could just go on top of it and it'll just take us somewhere.
A few moments later.
Okay, that was actually pretty pointless. It just took me back to the actual beginning. And yeah, that was upsetting me. Okay, here it is that we go. I'm not gonna lie. This This area is kind of boring. Hopefully it doesn't last very long. I think... Wait. Oh, I did not prepare for this fight. I think I should be good, but I didn't really prepare for it. I should be fine. Aside from the drop gauge, but we don't have to worry about that, right?
Pinocchio! Jiminy!
And out of nowhere, Dream Eater. Yay. I mean, it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't fight Monstro, but at the same time, I mean, the whole overall theme is to, you know, fight the Dream Eaters and, you know, beat the world or whatever, but it would be nice to actually fight a Disney villain, because I don't think we actually have done that yet, aside from Ursula, which was at the very beginning of the game. I'm trying to think really, really quickly. Actually, no. Rinsler, that's one. I actually think that's it. Rinsler is basically it. That's actually upsetting. But regardless, we're gonna have to take out Chilka Lobster, which, that's a interesting... They're gonna die. My Dream Eaters do not have much health right now. That is very, very... Oh no, upsetting. Need to be very careful. Let me switch out Winky, since he's like so close to death already. But oh goodness, this fight is very open, I'll say, but can also be very, very annoying. By the way, the hitbox for this guy is... It's not exactly like wonky, but it's difficult to hit. I don't really know how to say it, but I'm pretty sure you can only hit underneath him, which, yeah, that's very fun. So you actually have to be a little bit careful about that. I'm staying all the way back here and waiting for him to attack. That way I'm actually going to be able to have time to react to stuff. I'm waiting for his glowing eyes and stuff. Okay, let's just fight him now, I guess. Since he's waiting forever. Okay, no, you're just going to fly away from me? How nice. Okay, so I think the best thing to possibly do right now is to just spam fire as much as possible and hope that it hits because of how high he likes to go sometimes and how far away he also likes to go. So maybe, okay, camera, can you not do that when you lock off with somebody? But I think the best option to do is probably to try and run away, maybe? Does he follow you? Yes, he does. Okay, so we're going to lock onto him, use fire, and then we're going to run away. That way... he'll have to try and get closer to the fire, hopefully. Oh, right, you can't... Can you... Yeah, you have to be at the very bottom of this in order for you to actually use flow motion on it, which kind of sucks. That'll mess you up a lot. So I guess the best thing to do is stay to the edges, that way... Or, I guess I have to either dodge or block, because I can't use flow motion. He actually, like, targets you.
3 weeks later.
Okay, so he'll just miss there, I guess. And Winky's constantly dying. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, because he's gonna ground pound us. Move, move, move. There we go. Up, camera, don't do that. Can you ground pound us already? You're taking like 5 years. Or go down to the ground, I guess. Now is our time to attack when he's not glowing constantly. But again, we can still instantly die, so we need to be careful about that. Attack him now. Oh my goodness, this boss is frustrating. The hitbox is pretty small, unfortunately, but at the same time, get over here. And there's no way to get on top of him, or I guess, yeah, if you just keep attacking long enough, you'll just fall off, which is unfortunate, but I guess it's to keep it from being broken. Oh no, ow. By the way, I'm not gonna lie, this boss is like pretty boring, because it's not like there's really all that much to it. It's a giant area, which is something I'm not gonna complain too much about. If this area was ridiculously small, then I'd be having way more problems with it. Cough, cough, hint, hint, another episode. But, my major gripe with it is that it takes so long before you're able to actually like have a decent shot of actually hitting him again. And there's not really much you can do about it. You just have to sit there and wait until your time to strike actually shows up, and that, again, takes a long time. which results in just being boring, especially if you don't have magic spells like I do with fire and all that. So if you don't have fire or thunder, which could be useful, but you have to still be close to him, which can still be difficult. But if you don't have either of those, then you're kind of out of luck. Something I didn't even just remember until now is the whole drop gauge situation. I can't take forever with this boss. So, oh no. Oh my goodness, this boss's hitbox is so janky. Honestly, a few things need to happen for this boss. One, the hitbox needs to be bigger, because for whatever odd reason, it's completely out of whack. Second, whenever I lock off of the dude, the camera just spazzes out like that, and I end up going... Okay, camera, please. That's disgusting. Anyways, that's the second thing. Oh no. 3 is that, please, I'm trying not to die. 3, for one, it's too easy to accidentally do flow motion in this area, because there are some times where the ground somewhat looks like it's actually level, but if it's not level in the slightest, you will activate flow motion and there's nothing you can do about it, and then you'll instantly take damage that you don't want to. And then there was one more thing, but I kind of forget. But whatever. Now we need to go over and destroy the ice that Monstro is trapped in. So let's just get over here. And I don't think he really bothers us too much. That or I just don't notice it. But it's also ridiculously short to actually do it. So I guess that's another reason why you don't notice. But yeah, and also the time it takes you to actually get a chance to attack him, way too long, in my opinion. It takes forever before you're able to attack him again. But anyways, now we need to ride on top of Monstro inside of this giant bubble. Don't know how Sora managed to even do this, but whatever. And we need to get close enough in order to actually pop this bubble. That way we can actually defeat him. Now, I haven't actually seen any way to lose this part, so all I can really assume is that you get hit too many times by the incoming attacks. That's really all I can assume. Aside from that, there's not really anything else. And even then, getting hit by the balloon causes getting hit on top of the bubble does no damage to Sora, so it just seems like there's not really a way to lose it. And it's not like he relentlessly attacks you. He hits you, well, or tries to hit you twice, turns around, gives you time to move up, goes twice, turns around, moves, it's same and repeat, and yeah, he kind of just gives up, and he also gets eaten.
I get it now. After this, Pinocchio and Jiminy's world gets dragged into darkness. And they end up cast into the sea between worlds, along with Monstro. And then, they end up in Traverse Town and the belly of the whale. That's when we meet for real. It's like Master Yensid said. I'm in the dream, Pinocchio's world is dreaming. And that world will never be right again until it wakes from sleep.
Well explained, Sora. Well explained. And we also got a new Keyblade, but we don't have to care too much about that. We're not going to use Sora for a decent while now because, of course, we do still have Riku's version of Prankster's Paradise and that to actually get through, and Flick Rush. I don't care about that. But anyways, next episode, we're going to be going through Riku's version of Prankster's Paradise. But until the next video, take care.